Wait a minute, there's Gallows, Anderson, and Styles. They are talking somewhere in a parking lot. That is not the ECW parking lot, but what could these guys be talking about? Could it be about what they did last week when they invaded ECW and laid out the LWO at the end of the show? And could we be seeing these guys try to do the same thing here tonight, live on ECW?
Extreme Championship.
And wow, just moments ago we saw the LWO as they're getting prepared just in case AJ Styles, Karl Anderson, and Luke Gallows shows up here tonight to the land of Extreme, because we just saw moments ago what they did last week when they came here to ECW and laid out the LWO after they took on Sanity. But right now we're getting ready for our first match of the evening. And this is a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match, as here comes the Glow herself, Naomi, making her way down to the ring. And this is the first time we've seen Naomi on ECW in a very long time. But it's good to see her back here in the land of Extreme. Now we already know that Ronda Rousey is the first woman to qualify to the ECW from ECW to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We already know that. Also know that Toni Storm, Bianca Belair have also qualified, and now we're getting a qualification that Nikki Bella, we saw Monday, joined. So Nitro already has their 3 women down to the main roster, to Money in the Bank. They already have 3 women. We will find out the 4th woman to represent WCW next week on Monday Night Nitro. But right now, we're getting ready as Naomi's opponent is about to be the crazy, psychotic, twisted sister, Nikki Cross, representing Sanity, who picked up a huge win last week on ECW when they defeated the LWO in that Tornado 6-man tag, as Nikki Cross is looking to get her chance to qualify and join the Money in the Bank. Will she join Ronda Rousey representing ECW? We also know we have another ECW women's qualifying match later tonight. As we know, Ruby Riott will be one of those women getting a chance. We don't know who she will be facing yet. But right now it's about Nikki Cross and Naomi. Which one of these two are going to qualify? And imagine if one of these women win the Money in the Bank briefcase at the Great American Bash. I mean, imagine Naomi coming out here with a glow-in-the-dark briefcase. Or imagine how crazy it would be with a crazy person like Nikki Cross carrying the briefcase. Imagine what she could do with it, and with Sanity backing her up. I wouldn't want to be the champion, have to hide from Nikki Cross with a briefcase. I wouldn't want to do that. But right now it's not about that. It's about who's going to advance. As the referee rings the bell and it's underway, it's Naomi going right after Nikki Cross into a slam with a bridge. And there's the kick to the back, as Naomi is trying to make sure that Nikki Cross feels the glow here tonight. And there's a shot to the back, but Nikki Cross just ate that shot. And there's a vicious clothesline by Nikki Cross, and now a shot to the back, as Naomi rolls to the outside to catch her breath, and Nikki Cross going right after her. Tosses her into the steel. Tosses her into the steel again. And oh no. No. Power bomb into the steel guardrail. Look at that. Naomi's back has to be in pain. And this is what you're going to get when you fight Nikki Cross. This crazy, twisted style. Nikki Cross now Russian leg sweep to Naomi, going right back after that back. Went for a kick, but Naomi moves into a drop kick. Into a leg drop. Huge leg drop. Now Nikki Cross tossed into the corner, and there's a running drop kick by Naomi in the corner. Naomi shoved out of the corner by Nikki Cross into a reversal, tossing her into the corner, a big splash. And now the slap to the face of Naomi. Also, we know here tonight, Jon Moxley. Oh, there's a couple of elbow shots to the side of the head, to a springboard crossbody by Naomi. Will take on EC3 in a street fight here tonight. And there's the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Naomi tosses Nikki Cross into the corner, and there's the drop kick to the back. And there's the right hand. Oh, there's the kick to the gut, and there's the blue ass press, and there's the right hand to the face of Naomi. Now Nikki Cross tossed onto the apron. Naomi is taunting Nikki Cross, telling her to get back in the ring. Nikki Cross is back in, and snap suplex. Went for a cover, but got a rope break. And there's the right hand by Nikki Cross. And there's a headbutt, and another headbutt, and a third headbutt. Look at these headbutts to the head of Naomi. Nikki Cross full speed, cross body. 1, 2, Naomi kicks out. Picks her up, there's a right hand by Nikki Cross. And Naomi tosses Nikki Cross into the ropes and a running drop kick. And tosses her into the corner. Naomi slams her down. Look at this. Split-legged moonsault on Nikki Cross. Went for a kick. Nikki Cross grabs her, slams her down. which one of these women are going to advance to the Money in the Bank match at the Great American Bash. Naomi slides down the back of Nikki Cross, catches her, slams her down. Nikki Cross is in trouble. Naomi with a kick. Look at this. Sunset flip, roll up into the arm. There's the submission hold. There's the submission hold locked in. As Nikki Cross is in trouble. Wait a minute. Nikki Cross fight out, but Naomi catches her with the jawbreaker. There's a stump by Naomi now. Naomi going after the legs of Nikki Cross. As Naomi is firing up as she is dancing. Trying to get the ECW crowd into this. Wait a minute, quick. Roll up. 1, 2, a small package. No. The ECW crowd has came alive in this pretty good contest to start off. ECW here tonight. Naomi went for the clothesline. The duck. Nikki Cross with a suplex. Nikki Cross picks up Naomi now. Look at this. Got Naomi in an arm bar lock. But look at this. Naomi fighting out of it. Naomi, no. Nikki Cross slams her down. Cross now. Reversal. Irish rip into the corner. Oh, but there's the elbow by Naomi. Nikki Cross now with a kick and a chop. Now Nikki Cross with the neck breaker. Cross going up to the top rope. She is telling Naomi to get up. What could Cross be doing on the top rope? There's a drop kick. Naomi slides out of the way. Nikki Cross misses. That could have cost her. Naomi tosses her into the corner again. Wait, no. Nikki Cross with a kick into a small package. Is that it? Nope. Naomi's foot's on the ropes. Picks her up. Nikki Cross now. Leaning Naomi on the ropes. Has her up. Nikki Cross. The twist. Oh. What a move. Naomi's down. Could that be it? 1, 2. Naomi gets the shoulder up and Nikki Cross can't believe it. She thought that put down Naomi, but Naomi's still in it. All this for a spot. And there it is again. To the Money in the Bank. 1, 2, 3. Nikki Cross has won a match and she is qualified. As she is joining Ronda Rousey at Money in the Bank. And look at Nikki Cross. Look at the twisted look in the mind of Nikki Cross. Imagine this woman with a briefcase. She could be dangerous. But we can't take nothing away from Naomi here tonight. As she put up an amazing fight. But Nikki Cross is the one that's advancing. We're back as we're getting ready for a men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. And here comes the Swiss Superman. As the lights cut off inside the ECW arena. And he is representing the bar. Because these guys just don't set the bar. They are the bar. Here comes Cesaro. As we know, Christian, Velveteen Dream, and Shinsuke Nakamura have all qualified for WCW's half of the men's Money in the Bank. And we know the Fiend Bray Wyatt qualified for ECW last week. Now who's going to qualify in this match? Cesaro or his opponent, Kevin Owens? That's the question here tonight. We also know later tonight there will be another men's qualifying Money in the Bank match for ECW. And then one more next week here on ECW. And Cesaro has a huge opportunity not only to defeat Kevin Owens here tonight, but also to become Mr. Money in the Bank. And that could be what Cesaro is looking for, because a guy with these skills, he should be carrying championship gold. So it's tonight his shot as he patiently awaits Kevin Owens. And here comes Kevin Owens. Fight Owens, fight. A former ECW television champion on this universe mode. He was the television champion at the beginning of the year. He lost the television championship to Ricochet. And Kevin Owens is looking to get back on track. And the way he can do that here tonight is if he can defeat Cesaro and qualify for the men's Money in the Bank match in 2 weeks at the Great American Bash pay-per-view. I just know this is going to be a fight here with these two men. The skills that both of these men obtain. Both of these men can be dangerous with the Money in the Bank briefcase in their hand. But who's going to be the victor? Fight Owens, fight, or Cesaro, the Swiss Superman? We're about to find out here, as this match is no holds barred. Anything goes here in ECW Money in the Bank qualifying match. And here we go. Look at the power of Cesaro. Quickly picking up Kevin Owens. And into the elbow. Well, into an uppercut. He went for a kick. Owens blocked. Owens now with a huge chop. Went for a right hand, but there's a kick to the midsection by Cesaro. Went for a twisted elbow, but caught by Kevin Owens into a backbreaker. And now he went for a kick. Cesaro reverses to a Dragon Screw takedown. And there's a kick to the face of Owens and a stomp. Now stumping on the arm of KO. He has him up. Kevin Owens reverses with an arm drag into a headbutt, stunning Cesaro. There's a shot now. Has him up. And slammed down on the knee. Kevin Owens picking up Cesaro, and there's a right hand. And there's another right. And a headbutt again by Kevin Owens. Owens now tosses Cesaro to the outside. Kevin Owens full speed ahead as he flips over the ropes onto Cesaro on the outside. Which one of these men are going to the Money in the Bank match at the Great American Bash? And Cesaro tosses him to the steel guardrail. Kevin Owens slides him back inside the ring. Owens going for another headbutt, but reverse to a jawbreaker and a huge clothesline pursuit by Cesaro, knocking Kevin Owens to the outside. And there's a right hand, another right hand, and now an elbow to the face of Kevin Owens. Look at that European uppercut, knocking Owens off his feet. Cesaro, look at the power. Cesaro tossing Kevin Owens around on the outside. The strength of Cesaro is scary. Now look at Cesaro. Cesaro sitting Kevin Owens face first into the ring post. Now he's going after the leg of KO. Kevin Owens hitting that ring post like a missile. Kevin Owens fighting back now, tosses Cesaro into the steel. And there's the right hands by Kevin Owens. Well, I think those were rights. Those were rights. Now he has him up. Wait a minute, look at this. Wait a minute. Tosses Cesaro real first into the steel ring post. Now he tosses him back inside the ring. Kevin Owens going up top, but he changed his mind. As he grabs Cesaro, wait a minute, no. Suplex to the outside. Cesaro's gonna feel that as Kevin Owens tosses Cesaro back inside. There's the chop and the kick to the side of the head. Owens now picking up Cesaro. There's another right hand. But Cesaro with a right hand. Cesaro's coming back. Cesaro now tosses Kevin Owens face first into the turnbuckle. He's continuing to slam his head up against the turnbuckle. Kevin Owens falls to the mat. There's a stump to the back by Cesaro. Now Owens tossed into the ropes, and there's a spinning European uppercut. 1, 2, Is it it? No. Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. And the Swiss Superman says he wants to finish it early. Picks up KO. There's a kick, the double arm. Look at the power Cesaro just holding him up into a slam. Picks Kevin Owens back up. Kevin Owens a knee to the ribs. Until, wait a minute, a DDT. Whip for a headbutt, jawbreaker. By Cesaro into the European uppercut. Is that it? 1, 2. Kevin Owens kicks out. Cesaro's going to have to do a little bit more than that to put down Kevin Owens here tonight. There's the elbow. There's a huge right forearm. Dropping Cesaro. Kevin Owens now tosses him into the corner, but went for a splash. Cesaro moves, drops him down. Wait a minute, here comes the sharpshooter. He has it locked in. Is Owens gonna tap? Owens is in trouble as Cesaro just sitting back on that sharpshooter. And when Owens found a way to reverse it and knocks him up against the ropes. Kevin Owens trying to grab him. Cesaro flips him over the ropes, but Owens lands on the apron. Cesaro, now look at this. He's gonna suplex him back inside the ring. There's a stump to the chest. Now look at this. Look at the power of Cesaro. These gut-rich slams to Kevin Owens. There's the second one. Cesaro still ain't letting go. Here comes the third one. Now he has Cesaro up. Cesaro reverse. And then Owens steps on the face of Cesaro. It looks like Cesaro could be busted open. Cesaro tossed into the corner. But there's the big boot by Cesaro. And there's a right hand. But Owens with an elbow to the face. And a right hand. Owens now. I'm at DDT out of the corner to a bloody face Cesaro, who is bleeding pretty bad now. And Owens with a running knee to the face. Now he has Cesaro up. Look at this. Oh, he drops him on the knee. He's going to the outside. Owens has a chair. There's a steel chair shot to the back. And there's one to the chest. Now, he has Cesaro. Leaning Cesaro up against the ropes. Owens now tosses Cesaro to the outside. A bloody Cesaro just fell to the outside. Wait a minute, what's Kevin Owens going to do? There's the kick. Wait a minute. The power bomb on the side of the apron. Look at the instant replay. Cesaro's back. Just crashing up against the board. There it is again. Owens just needs to get the pin already. Wait a minute, Cesaro's trying to fight back. But it isn't enough. Wait, he tosses Owens back inside the ring. He went for a right hand, but Owens reversed. Now Cesaro reversed with a kick to the back of the leg. And look at the power of Cesaro. Nope. Owens blocks into a shoulder tap. Shoulder tackle grounding Cesaro. Owens now picks up Cesaro. And he's going to do it again. He drops him down on the knee for the second time. Owens going back to the outside of the ring. He's looking for something. He's going for it. Looks like he's going for the steel steps this time. He slides him in the ring. Steel steps to the face. Reversal by Cesaro. Cesaro now a T-bone suplex into a pin, but Owens kicks out. Cesaro with a right hand. And now discus forearm. Now elbow to the knee. Kick to the chest. And look at the power. I don't know how his bloody Cesaro is doing this, but he's going for the gut-wrench slam. He nails one of them. There's the second one. And here's the third one again. So it's a fight to go to get in the Money in the Bank match. 1, 2. Kevin Owens kicks out. And Cesaro is telling himself, what does he got to do? And it looks like Cesaro is getting ready to set up for the Gotch neutralizer. And oh no, there's the elbow to the face by Kevin Owens. Tosses Cesaro into the ropes. Pop up powerbomb. 1, 2. Oh, Cesaro kicked out at 3. And Owens is arguing with the ref. I don't know how Cesaro was able to kick out. And Owens is setting him up. Wait a minute, looks like he's going for the Stone Cold Stunner. No. Cesaro shoves him off. But Owens catches him into the DDT. Now he has him on the apron. There's a right hand by Owens. And DDTs Cesaro back inside the ring. Owens now he went for another chest shot. And there it is to the ribs. And now one to the head. Cesaro is dazed. Kevin Owens now drops him on the knee again. Owens is setting him up. Kick to misses. Stunner! The stunner! Look at the instant replay. He nails the stunner on Cesaro. A bloodied Cesaro just got stunned. And Owens now goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. KO advances. He is going to the Money in the Bank match at the Great American Bash. And what a fight between Kevin Owens and Cesaro here tonight. There's EC3 warming up, but we know later tonight he will take on Jon Moxley in a street fight as Paul Heyman is trying to motivate EC3, and EC3 cannot be in a good mood after one of his best friends, one of his buddies, Chris Jericho, the ECW heavyweight champion, was laid out by Jon Moxley 2 weeks ago. EC3 looking to get revenge. We're back here in the land of extreme ECW as we're getting ready for the women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Here comes Dakota Kai as she is making her way down to the ring. The leader of Team Kick, and we saw earlier tonight, we saw Nikki Cross advance by defeating Naomi, and we also know last week the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, advanced. So right now, those are the two women that will represent ECW in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match in 2 weeks at the Great American Bash. And right now, we're gonna find out who's gonna be the third woman to represent. And next week, we will have one more women's qualifying match. But the leader of Team Kick, Dakota Kai, is looking to be one of them women to qualify. And she has that opportunity right here, right now, but it's not going to be easy. Because as she patiently waits, here comes the leader of the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott. As she is making her way down to the ring, you notice that she has not been accompanied by Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan here tonight. She's coming out to the ring all alone. But the leader of the Riot Squad said last week that she's gonna win the Money in the Bank briefcase because she's tired of sitting in the back watching superstars like Paige and Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler get opportunities. She says it's time to start a riot. Well, here we go. The match is underway, and Dakota Kai goes right after Ruby Riott with a kick to the midsection. And there's another kick to the face by the leader of Team Kick. And she goes for another kick. Ruby moves out of the way. Oh, crucifix roll up. 1, 2. She got it already? And no, Dakota Kai kicks out the last second. That would have been a huge upset. And there's a right hand now by Ruby. And Ruby now back suplex. to Dakota Kai. But Dakota Kai reverses. Kai now tosses Ruby into the corner. Kai with a kick. I mean, what is this? What's she going for? A power bomb. A strong power bomb by Dakota Kai. As Dakota Kai has Ruby Riott by the hair. And then, oh, there's the knee to the face by Riott into a Hurricane Rana. Beautifully done. And there's a kick to the ribs. Riott now tosses Dakota Kai into the corner. And there's some strikes, some hard chops, and fists to the face of Dakota Kai. There's the right hand. Look at this. She got her up the double knees into the corner. Going face first goes Dakota Kai, who is down. Dakota Kai. All right. Fist to the face. Dakota Kai tosses Ruby on the apron and knocks her down to the floor. As Dakota Kai goes right after her, and that's the kick to the back of the head. You could feel that kick. And now Russian leg sweep on the outside. And now there's a kick to the face. And now she tosses right into the steel guardrail. And she plants her. Here comes that big kick to the side of the head. And we know that Rey Mysterio and the LWO are on their P's and Q's here tonight, as they're looking out for AJ Styles, Karl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, who showed up last week and left the LWO laying after destroying them. Will they show up to the land of extreme here tonight? And there's Dakota Kai who strikes, punches, and kicks. Remember, there's no countouts in this match, as these women can fight on the outside as long as they win face first. Goes Ruby into the steps as Riott felt that. Tossed back inside the ring. Dakota Kai now sees her opportunity. She tosses right into the corner. And now here comes Dakota Kai. Wait a minute. Full speed. Here comes the big kick. Riott moves out of the way into a Hurricane Rana. Nice counter by Riott. There's a stomp to the ribs. Now kick to the ribs. As Riott has Dakota Kai up next to spin the Hurricane Rana. She's going to the middle rope now, it looks like. She is telling Dakota Kai to get up. As Riott goes for a double knees. Dakota Kai moves out of the way. Look at this. With a submission hold. She has a submission hold locked in. As Ruby's knees just crashed up against the board. She is feeling the pain. But wait a minute, Riott fighting out of it. And there's a flying forearm. Tosses Dakota Kai to the corner, but there's the big boot by the leader of the team. Kick, but there's a hard right hand by Riott. Stunning Dakota Kai. And now the huge clothesline knocking Dakota Kai to the outside. Now Riott goes to the outside. As now she's getting the steel steps. She's picking up the steel steps. And Dakota Kai is dazed. And oh, steel step shot to the back. And now one to the ribs of Dakota Kai. And now tossed into the side of the ring. And now Ruby Riott tosses Dakota Kai to the guardrail. There's the hard right shots from the leader of the Riott Squad. And now Ruby, she's just taking her time with Dakota Kai. And now she's going under the ring. Looks like she's looking for another weapon, and she has a steel chair. Remember, there's no countouts. There's no disqualifications. And there's the steel chair shot. Wait, blocked by Dakota Kai. She knocks the chair out of the hand of Ruby. But Riot now with an elbow. And Dakota Kai with a kick. And now Dakota Kai picks her up. Oh! Knee into the back of Ruby Riott. Could that be it? 1, 2. Is it it? Ruby kicks out at the last second. That could have been it. There's a kick to the back of the spine. Dakota Kai was going for something. Ruby moves out of the way. Hey, Dakota Kai slams down. And there's a kick to the chest. As the captain of Team Kick is trying to make a comeback. Throwing Riott into the ropes. Riott reverses with an arm drag. Going up for that Hurricane Runner again. There it is. That's right, now she has the steel chair. There's a steel chair shot to the ribs. She picks up Dakota Kai and face plants her. Is right now going up to the top rope. What's she gonna do? Cannonball senton. That has to be it. 1, 2. Dakota Kai barely gets the shoulder up at the end. Riott now has a chair again, and there's she went for a chair shot, missed. Dakota Kai knocks the chair out of Riott's hand again. And there's a clothesline. Another clothesline. Dakota Kai with a third clothesline now, taking out Ruby Riott. Ruby's in the corner, reversed by Riott. There's chop, punch, chop, punch, chop, punch. And there's those vicious strikes. Right now, wait a minute. Riott kick. Look at that. She delivered the Riott kick right to the face of Dakota Kai. But how much energy does Ruby have? And well, she doesn't want to finish it here. And that could have been a mistake. She throws Dakota Kai into the corner. There's a double knees into the corner. Riott picks Dakota Kai back up. Tosses her onto the apron. There's a right hand, no block. There's a right hand by Dakota Kai. Kai tosses Ruby into the corner, but Ruby with a knee to the face of Kai. And then Kai now jumping net breaker. Now has Riott up by the hair and inverted DDT. Now kick to the ribs. A stomp to the arm. Tosses her into the corner. Wait a minute. Dakota Kai full speed ahead. Went for the kick. Ruby once again moves out of the way. Riott with an enziguri. And now tosses Dakota Kai to the outside. Wait a minute. That's Shotzi Blackheart. What is she doing here? In ECW. And then wait a minute, no. Outside walk slam. On the outside. Remember, there's no disqualification. And Shotzi Blackheart with a cold breaker. What is going on? And she's here at ringside, and the referee is checking on them, and Dakota Kai just tossed him to the side of the ring. And now tossed back inside. After that interference, and there's Ruby with the Riott kick. Again, right between the eyes. After Dakota Kai was attacked on the outside. 2, 3 by Shotzi Blackheart. I mean, what is this all about? Why does she go after Dakota Kai? What is she doing here in ECW? And she has just helped Ruby Riott qualify to the women's Money in the Bank match at the Great American Bash, and Dakota Kai, she put up a fight. But in the end, the leader of the Riot Squad advances, and I just don't get it. What is this all about? Wait a minute, there's Jordynne Grace. And look at this, it's Shayna Baszler. And they're arguing. And what's going to happen here? We know it's about to explode. And here we go. Jordynne Grace is going right after Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. And she should go after Shayna Baszler because of what happened last week. Oh, a net breaker. Last week, Jordynne Grace had an ECW Women's Championship match against the ECW Women's Champion Paige. And she had the match won until the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, made her return to ECW and attacked both women, laid both women out, costing Jordynne Grace a title shot. But Grace now is trying to get some revenge. And oh no, look at this, she has Shayna Baszler up. Look at the power of Jordynne Grace. Oh! Power bomb on a box equipment. And this is just a backstage fight here. As we know, oh, Shayna Baszler tossed it to the equipment box. We know that Paige isn't here tonight. Paige is not here tonight in the ECW arena. But these two are wasting any time as they're just fighting here. And there's the big knee by the Queen of Spades to the face of Jordynne. And Jordynne now has her hair being pulled as Shayna Baszler is trying to take her across the backstage area. And there's the big elbows to the ribs. And there's the elbow to the face. And now Jordynne Grace has Shayna Baszler up. She has the Queen of Spades up. And then he tosses her into the equipment. And there's a power slam by Jordynne Grace. And this is just an all-out fight. Paul Heyman hasn't sent anybody out here to separate these two women yet. And now Jordynne Grace with the steel chair shot to the ribs. Wait a minute, no. DDT on the chair. And she has sent a message. And it is main event time as we are getting ready for the street fight between Jon Moxley and EC3 as EC3 is making his way down to the ring. As we know that EC3 came out here last week. Well, he wasn't here, but he was in the parking lot, and he had said that he was getting tired of seeing Jon Moxley run around here in ECW doing whatever he wanted. And he felt like what he did to Chris Jericho by throwing him off the 18-wheeler was disgusting, and that he was going to stick up for Chris Jericho. He said Chris Jericho is a good buddy of his, and he felt like Jon Moxley disrespected that buddy. So tonight, the one top percent EC3 is looking to go to war with Jon Moxley in his style of a match. This match does favor Moxley, but EC3 says, look, I'm going to bring the fight to him tonight. No wrestling gear, just straight blue jeans. I'm going to war. And in the end, he's going to shut up Jon Moxley here tonight. Those EC3's words. So can Ethan Carter III pick up this win here tonight in our main event here on ECW? I mean, what a great night we have seen so far. You know, we saw Kevin Owens qualify against Cesaro. We saw Ruby Riott qualify against Dakota Kai. We saw that backstage fight between Jordynne Grace and Shayna Baszler. And we saw Nikki Cross advance earlier tonight against Naomi. And we saw at the top of the show AJ Styles, Karl Anderson, and Luke Gallows somewhere near the arena, but we haven't seen them. But we here at the arena, but we know what they did last week. We still haven't forgot about that. But here comes Jon Moxley coming through the crowd as the ECW fans are on their feet. Moxley says EC3 has guts, but them guts are about to run out here tonight because he's not going to show Ethan Carter III any mercy. He's going to give this guy a beating and to let him know next time he wants to step up to a guy like Moxley, it won't be easy. So let's see. As Moxley is waiting for Ethan Carter III, EC3, to get in the ring. As EC3 looks like he's ready to go. And the referee just now rings the bell. And here we go. EC3 going quickly after Jon Moxley. It slams him down with that Falcon Arrow. There's a kick to the back of the head and another kick to the back. EC3 isn't wasting any time. But Moxley with a huge uppercut and a jab. And now an elbow to the face. Another jab, another elbow. But Ethan Carter reverses with a kick. And there's EC3 with the big knee to the face of Moxley. Jawbreaker to EC3 by Moxley. Moxley now leading EC3 up against the ropes. Running into the knee. Runs him into the knee again. Now into the Russian leg sweep. Moxley says that he will be your next ECW champion, but that's whenever, if we ever see Chris Jericho again. We know this is the second week in a row where Chris Jericho hasn't been here since that attack, and there's the big splash in the corner by EC3, but into a swinging net breaker by Jon Moxley. Moxley now has EC3 by the hair, leans him up against the ropes. And there's the clothesline knocking both men to the outside. But Moxley lands on his feet as EC3 does not. And now EC3 tossed hard into the steel guardrail. Now EC3 with an elbow now to a drop kick. Knocking Moxley back first up against the ring. Now EC3 tosses Moxley back inside. And here comes the one top percent. But no, Moxley goes after the arm. Moxley now back, suplex. Moxley rolls to the outside. So he goes to go look for a weapon, and he has a bat, baseball bat. But EC3 knocks the bat out of his hand. There's a standing drop kick by EC3. Tosses him down into a neck snap. Now EC3 has Moxley. EC3, wait a minute, is he gonna do another Falcon Arrow on the outside? And there's a shot to the back of the neck, and now look at this. Double arm face buster by Jon Moxley. Moxley has EC3 up, tosses him into the ring post. Picks him up again. EC3 shoves Moxley off of him. There's a right hand, left, and then a couple of jabs. Moxley now, wait a minute, tosses EC3 into the steel guardrail. Face first goes EC3. Moxley, wait a minute, is he going to try to powerbomb this man on the outside? But EC3 fighting out of it. EC3 now, wait a minute, look at this. Slams Moxley down. Wait a minute, they're going to have a count on the outside. 1, 2, no. Not only is this match under Street Fight rules, it's also under Falls Count Anywhere. Now EC3 has Moxley up. Oh, he slams him down. The TKO on the outside of the ring. The instant replay, that could be it. That could be what puts away Moxley. 1, 2. Moxley gets the shoulder up. Now, Moxley, EC3 are back in the ring. Tosses EC3 into the ring post. Well, into the corner, and there's another back suplex. Now Moxley rolls to the outside of the ring. What's he looking for? Now he has a steel chair. And there's a steel chair shot to the back of the head of EC3. And now Moxley with the hard right hand. And a stomp to the chest. And there's a jab. And a right hand stunning EC3. But EC3 with a kick into a swinging net breaker. A jumping swinging net breaker. Now EC3 with a clothesline. Here comes another clothesline. Ducks. Here comes the big clothesline. Wait a minute. Moxley rolls through. Look at the reversal into an arm drag. Moxley now, look at this, into a net breaker. Now Moxley has to still chair again. That's a shot to the stomach of EC3. Now a shot to the back. Moxley now has EC3 up. EC3 reverses. Tosses Moxley into the corner. Puts him up against the corner. No, Moxley reverses. Oh, there's an elbow. EC3 went for the cutter, but Moxley with a flying forearm. And look at that. And the elbow drop. Moxley has been busted wide open after that big elbow shot to the face. And now he is snapped as he tries to hit EC3 with the chair, but EC3 knocks the chair out of Moxley's hand. EC3 tosses bloody Jon Moxley into the corner with a big stinger splash by EC3. Is that enough to put down Jon Moxley? 1, 2. Is it it? Moxley kicks out. Moxley rolls out to the outside. EC3 goes to follow him. Oh, Moxley with a right hand. Oh, and that's a stunner into the ropes. And EC3 falls to the outside. Moxley now has the steel steps as he is carrying him to the other side of the ring as EC3 is trying to get himself back up. And Moxley now face first goes the steel steps into the face of EC3. Oh man, Moxley looks like he's going to try to powerbomb EC3 on the steel steps. And there it is on the outside. EC3's back crashing up against them steel steps. And now tossed into the ring apron. And Moxley now tosses EC3 back inside the ring. And there's the big elbow across the face. Jon Moxley sliding the steel steps inside the ring as he is really trying to send a message to EC3. This guy is determined to be your next ECW heavyweight champion. He went for another steel step shot blocked by EC3. EC3 went for a clothesline. Moxley reverses. There's the jab, but there's an elbow by EC3 into a face plant. 1, 2. Moxley gives his shoulder up. He kicks out. Tossed into the corner. EC3 went for a big splash. Moxley moves out of the way into a running, swinging net breaker. Now these two men are on the outside. Well, look at Moxley. A suplex on the floor. Moxley, wait a minute. Panic switch on the floor. We get the instant replay. There's the panic switch. EC3 has been busted wide open. Oh no, Ambrose has a chair and there's the... Well, Moxley has a chair. He hits him right between the eyes. Now another shot to EC3. No, EC3 knocks the chair out of the hand of Jon Moxley. There's a shot to the back. EC3 wait a minute. Slamming Moxley down on the ramp. Picks him up. EC3 ready to finish this. Look at this. Wait a minute. Moxley reverses into an inverted DDT. Moxley with that steel chair in hand, and there's a shot to the back of EC3. And there's a shot to the head. Moxley now tosses EC3 into the steel. Oh, back first into the steel. Goes EC3. And now Moxley has him by the hair. And he tosses him over the steel steps onto the floor. These two guys both are bleeding, but they're going to war. EC3 tossed down here at ringside. And now Moxley slams him into the steel guardrail. Oh, wait a minute. What is Moxley gonna do? Spear! Through the guardrail. And both men trying to pull themselves up. Moxley has the steel steps. Puts him down. He changes his mind. He picks the steel steps back up. He's going to try to hit EC3 between the eyes again. EC3 knocks the steel steps out of his head. Going for a clothesline. There's a swinging neck breaker on the floor. Moxley still steps in hand. And there's a shot to the face. Yeah, a shot to the ribs. No, EC3 moves. But Moxley knocks him down. Moxley is walking away. Where could Moxley be going? EC3 is following him. Moxley has that steel chair again. And there it is, right between the eyes of EC3. Moxley slides back in the ring. EC3 goes to follow him. Moxley with another chair shot to the head. Setting it up. He could be going for the panic switch. There it is! 1, 2, 3. Jon Moxley picks up the win. And what a fight it was between him and EC3. And it was a bloodbath. But Moxley continues his dominant streak here. First taking out Jericho, now taking out EC3. Wait just a minute. There's Rey Mysterio walking backstage. It looks like he's on his way out here. And you hear the music. He is on his way out here to the ECW arena. We haven't seen Rey Mysterio all night. And there he is, and he doesn't look like he's in a happy mood here tonight. And he shouldn't be, because we know what happened last week. We know that Gallows, Anderson, and Styles showed up here on ECW. They beat the crap out of the LWO right after the LWO defeated Sanity in a 6-man tornado tag team match. And we saw Gallows, Anderson, Styles earlier tonight. But we don't know if they're here at the ECW arena. The show's almost over and we haven't seen these guys all night. And Rey Mysterio could be coming out here to get answers. Because I know that last week wasn't just a beatdown to the LWO. It seemed like it was a message. And that message could be meant for not just Rey Mysterio, but the whole ECW as a whole. We're about to find out what's going on here. Wait, there's Gallows. He's in the parking lot. That's the ECW parking lot. He's going after Andrade at the LWO. Gallows is here. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. He just powerbombed Andrade through that car window. And Rey Mysterio is in the wing. Oh, wait a minute. You hear the music. Here comes AJ Styles. AJ Styles is making his way out here. And we know we've been waiting all night to see if these guys were going to show up here tonight. Rey Mysterio, he called them out. And here comes the phenomenal one. But what about Andrade? He was just assaulted in the parking lot by Gallows. Someone has to get out there and check on him as AJ Styles is coming down to the ring with all this cockiness. It's like him and Rey Mysterio, they're about to get it on right here in the ECW arena. And AJ Styles, I hope he knows what he's getting himself into as he's up on the apron. And here we go. The brawl is underway, and Rey Mysterio with a kick to the leg of AJ. But AJ catches him with a drop kick. But Rey kicks up. Rey now with a drop kick to Styles, who's rolled out of the ring. The lights just cut off. Wait a minute, it's back on. That's Karl Anderson from behind. He has Rey Mysterio up. No, he hits him with the cutter. And now Karl Anderson, after taking Rey Mysterio out from behind, he's going under the ring. He's looking for something. And wait a minute, he has a table. Karl Anderson has a table in his hand and he slides it in the ring. What is going on here? And the table's on fire. Rey Mysterio's on top of the turnbuckle. Anderson, no. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Suplex to a burning table. Karl Anderson has just sent Rey Mysterio through a burning table, and Rey is in mood as Karl Anderson is leaving the ring. We don't know what happened to AJ Styles. We saw the lights cut off, and he was just gone. What is up with these guys? Why are they here in ECW? Why are they going after Rey Mysterio in the LWO, and Rey Mysterio is being helped out of here? He is hurt. The medical staff is out here to check on Rey Mysterio. And oh, wait a minute, they're coming back out here. As Rey Mysterio is being carried out, come on, man. Gallows, Anderson, Styles have done enough. What is going on? We still don't know why are these guys here in ECW.